it's really important that our schools be able to actually provide nutritional content while also keeping the costs down. Because in some cases, those are going to be the only meals that a child will get during a day.
Now, students are heading back to school this week, but a federal government program that provides free meals to every child is ending. That program began during the pandemic, and now parents have to apply to get free or reduced price lunch for the kids, and the benefits will be based on income.
Our Carly Van Cleve breaks down the numbers and how it's impacting families.
It's kind of bittersweet. We've got one that's heading to college in the fall, and we've still got two left in the school system.
Chad Gramling is a parent of two in DeKalb County schools.
Well, to be honest, it's not going to impact us significantly. I grew up in a household where I received free lunches just based upon income.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't had to worry about lunch money for his kids because it was free during the pandemic.
We're not by any means the wealthiest household in the community, but we've been very fortunate that we haven't had to deal with not being able to afford.
He says as a kid himself, he didn't always have lunch money every day. So he understands how this change will impact families.
And so it's always been a topic in the back of my mind and something I can always empathize with.
Before the pandemic, data from the National School Lunch Program showed schools served almost 30 million lunches each day. Of those, 20 million were free lunches, and about 7 million students paid full price. DeKalb County Food Service Director Aubrey Goff says going back to an income-based model will leave a need.
It was a big impact. We had a lot more students eating all across the board.
So who's qualified now? Here's a look at the Indiana Department of Education's free or reduced lunch eligibility guidelines. A family of 4 can get free lunch for their kids if they earn less than $36,000 to $75 a year.
I think it's hard for parents to go back from that. I mean, it was a big deal. It doesn't sound like much. It's a lunch for $2.60, but that adds up throughout the whole school year.
It does add up. Let's break down the numbers. At $2.60 per school lunch, it would cost you about $60 a month per child. That's about $700 each year.
We're not going to stop lobbying for free meals across the boards for all students in all schools.
Both Goff and Gramling say they hope one day families won't have to worry about lunch money and it can return to free meals for all students.
It adds to the struggle that these households, these families have to encounter.
Carly Van Cleve, ABC 21.
Carly, thanks. And keep in mind the state's largest district, Fort Wayne Community Schools, will still offer free lunches.